just today, they came out with the list of the 20 passwords the dark web has been able to find and use really easily. Some of them are obvious. Some of them are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or the word password or the word QWERTY, stuff like that. But then there's some on here that I thought was really interesting that they were still able to suss out, like colon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 secret.
Colon? Colon. Not the word
Not the
colon.
word colon, but like a colon, like a not a semicolon, but a colon.
Right.
That was interesting. The word lemonfish apparently is used a lot, and that's one of the ones that they're able to. I don't even know what lemonfish is or where that comes from, but apparently lemonfish is one of them. Sunshine is another. People
Sunshine.
Use sunshine, yeah.
Well, now you can't get away with sunshine because you got to have a number, you got to have a capital, you got to have an exclamation point or a $sign or something that drives me crazy because then I can't remember it.
The analysis also identified the most common words that are used with various categories.
Cooper's a shithead? Or no, that's mine.
Well, actually, no, wait a second. That's actually a really good password. Cooper's a shithead is a really good Cooper's a shithead 69.
$sign.
$sign. That's a great password, and I'll tell you why in a second. But so here are the words that people are using way too much that the dark web has been able to suss out and hack into. The word Maggie, the name Maggie, was the most common name that people use.
Like Maggie May? Like Wake Up Maggie?
Wake Up Maggie, Maggie May. Yeah, Maggie. Yeah, I think people probably name their dogs and cats Maggie,
Yeah, that's probably a dog name.
The word baseball was the most often used sports-oriented one.
What's on guys' head the whole day.
Right, exactly. Think about baseball.
Yeah.
The word New York was found the most among the cities that were used, and the word cookie was the most common food. Now, what's interesting about this, if you remember, did you ever see that documentary with Edward Snowden?
No.
Oh my God, it was fascinating. So the documentary was interesting, and then he did an interview with John Oliver, and here's what he said that I thought was really great. He gave advice on how to have the best password possible. And he said the best password that you'll remember that's unhackable is a full-on sentence. It's a full sentence, something that you will always know and remember, like break a leg 75 star, or we're not in Kansas anymore, honey. 86-7, 86 money sign, like whatever. But you should have a full sentence. And I did that. I found a sentence that I could remember, and I use that for like my important passwords. And, every once in a while you get like a hacker thing with like, we figured out your password, and they tell you what it is. And you're like, oh my God, that's so close.
Right.
They have not been able to figure out what this, I change it all the time also. But if you have a sentence like Cooper is a shithead, 69 star is a really good. I mean, don't use it now.
It's going to be all my passwords.
I've given it away. Yeah, you're going to have to come up with another derogatory thing.
Passwords, I think, have taken years of my life off because it throws me into just a nightmare. Because the other day, I had to go back and go to a website and find out stuff for 1040, whatever, for taxes.
Right.
And I put in my username, which I didn't even remember that, but I finally figured out what that was. And then I put the password, and I put every password that I use in, and every one of them got kicked back. I'm like, there's no way.
Wow.
I don't know anything else.
Right.
This is all I know. And so you get that feeling, it's that same feeling in the bottom of your stomach when it tells you that's not right. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
And then I got to pick out the tractors. Pick the tractors, pick the crosswalks, pick the squares with the stop signs. Oh
yeah. All the captcha things and all that. Yeah, when they have like, pick right. I hate that.
And then they tell me I'm wrong. I'm like, no, there's no tractors.
There's a stop sign right there. There's no tractor in this picture. Yeah, right.
Stupid thing. And then I got to tell it, no, I'm not a robot.
Right.
I could be. I don't. Who knows? I mean, I could have been born last week, and the memories were just, downloaded into me.
Downloaded into your brain. Yeah, no
right. I could be a robot, so I'm lying, and I'm going to go to jail because I'm lying to the stupid thing. Yeah, passwords drive me insane.
Yeah, well, the advice they give is don't use names. Never use a name. 92 out of the top 250 common passwords were actual names, like first names. Okay, instead come up with like a nonsensical phrase only you would know.
Cooper's a shithead.
Mix up your numbers, like 1, 2, 3, never good. So if you want to put in numbers, I remember like I had to come up with a password one day, and there was just some guy in the room. I said, "How old are you?" And whatever, he was 38. Great, 38. And I just threw in that number because.
But you'll never remember it when you have to go back to that website. That's the problem.
I don't know. I do. I always remember.
No, you won't. And that's the thing is that computer will remember every password you have. But then one day you're going to get a new computer and then you're screwed.
Right. Well, that takes me to the next tip, which is create a unique password for every account.
Yeah,
But that's why you got to have one of those keychain things. You got to have something like an app that you use or somewhere that you keep all your passwords so that you don't have to worry about it. They found in this study that 39% of people say most of their passwords are both their work and home are identical. But they use the same passwords at work and home, and that's a huge mistake.
Yeah, I do that.
Google Chrome has a built-in tool that you can use, that like a password generator, or you should use LastPass. That's another good one.
Yeah, and they generate a password for you, but then when I log on from my phone, I don't know what that password is.
Right. Well, that's why you need a password keeper.
Yeah, so I had a password keeper that I really liked on one iPhone that I had. I loved it.
Right.
I forgot the password to it. So all my passwords are locked in the password keeper that I can't remember the password to, so I said, screw it.
Maybe here's what you need to do. You need to literally write down the password, like handwrite it on a little note and leave it in like an underwear drawer or something, someplace where only you can get to. If you can't, if you can't even use a password keeper properly, then just go old school, find a pen somewhere and just, write the shit down and just leave it like in a drawer.
Would just be like my parents and glue it to the bottom of their keyboard.
Is that what they do?
That's what they do. So what's the They flip it over. Oh, there it is. It's right on the bottom of the keyboard. It's actually
funny.
Brilliant because they only use one computer, so they don't have other computers.
Oh my God! Do they share an email also?
Oh yes.
And a Facebook page?
Oh yes.
Oh God, I don't understand that. Couples who share emails and password and Facebook pages. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's what parents do. Parents do that.